he was trying to prove something or something, you know. And being they proved my innocence, you know, that's what put me in prison. Then supposedly been a childhood friend that sent me to prison. Said I told you that
I've read all the transcripts I can find. I read those.
yeah.
So, you know, I saw that and how it even seemed as if he was wanting to I guess, testify falsely again and what would be a second trial. I don't think that he would have been upset with that.
He won you know, after getting out of prison, man, after getting out, after being released, walking out of this old county jail, I had on some, like I had on some Nikes and some jogging pants and looked like a shirt with a beach on it or something. And I had my kufa on my head. I was into Islam. Come out of that. He said, Sherwood, you're free. So how do you feel? I looked up in the sky and I was looking at the sun. I hadn't seen a bright sun that's staring you in the face and everything. Like you've been isolated inside in the county jail. You got no sunlight. One tear came down my eye. I couldn't even cry. Didn't know what to do. I didn't know. I couldn't call them. They didn't want me to call my boys. Contact them and family because they wanted me to kind of feel the freedom, you know what I'm saying? They wanted me to kind of feel the world just a little bit before. Because they didn't know what my reaction would be with my family or what my family reaction would be toward me. And man, it was hurting me bad because I didn't want to do that to my boys. I didn't want to do it to my dad. And so I did see that. He had got a little, I guess we call it hotel, because I had refrigerator, stove, everything in
It's like
there.
an extended stay type of thing, yeah.
Yeah, I had everything there. I had my own food, I could go shopping or whatever. Had a big swimming pool, man, it was nice, man. We could eat, cafeteria in the morning and stuff. Lunch outside and stuff. I wanted to see my boy, man. My first time seeing my boy, man. He just didn't know what to feel. You know, because I didn't know what to do, man. I didn't know if I wanted to cry or what, but it was good. My dad stood out from a distance. He stood out from a distance. And he was scared to touch me, man. So, I felt this sadness. He was still like, he couldn't believe I was there. And, you know, that kind of made me feel some type of way, you know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't touched your son in all these years. While I was locked up, I lost my mom in 2005. My mother was here.
And in that time, your family visited you. It was through the class, right?
Yeah, through the glass. Yeah. My mom was my mom was our foundation. She was everything. Yeah. She took care of everything. She always came to see me when she was sick, going through chemo. She came to see me. At the time, my brother with me going through this, with them pressuring him and kind of pushed him off this rock. He kind of went out there, and his mind went away, so then he come back to himself and the last go out there and push him and couldn't stand what they were putting on it.
Just fight to get you out.
Yeah. And they were trying to make him lie. And, people was talking about me and my brother doing this crime. But being on death row, had some contraband, so I had a way to get out to the freeway. So I had fun. And, I used to call and get the last number where he was at, just so I could talk to my brother. He ended up, he was in some place and he ended up walked off on the place. They didn't know where he was. Some kind of way that people, they found him in Alabama. They were walking down the highway in Alabama. Was wondering, they picked him up. And my dad said they found him there. I think they ended up sending it back to Whitfield, but they contracted him out to some more people in Shaw, Mississippi. He was staying, like some people were staying in a nice house. They had another wood house. They had guys that were in there that mentally messed up, and they supposed to be caretakers, and they were just living there. They was getting their money and stuff. When I got released, after seeing my dad and stuff, and I ended up having a lady that was in my life when I first got out. I was living with her, my lawyer and that stuff. It was a reentry program. And, I ended up getting an apartment. And I was staying in an apartment out in North Memphis. And didn't have no driving license or nothing. I took her truck and we got my home and brought my home home.
Yeah, you since that.
Yeah.
And Sherwood, all this time, like I assume that your family always believed you and supported you throughout all the decades. That was the nearly 3 decades you've been on death row.
To tell you the truth, no, I didn't have nobody to believe in me but my brother,
Your mother?
my mother, my dad. At one point in life, they had to convince my mom that they had evidence on me. And it bothered my mom for a long time. She didn't know. At the time, she used to deal with what you call a person that clean houses. What you call it?
Housekeeper.
And, just clean houses made like that. And she had a little service that she did like that. And she lost a lot of business doing that, because of me. But she found God in whatever in her life, and some lady talked to her or something. My mom, she just asked her, she said, "Did you do this?" She said she did. And then she believed in her son. She tried to hold on. But she didn't make it. She told me I always take care of him.
May I ask what she had cancer?
She had a tumor on her brain or something, clog or something. And when they went in there to remove it, man, it paralyzed her down one side. She couldn't talk. She was paralyzed down one side. She couldn't do for herself. So my dad, he was working, and he was still working and didn't have nobody to take care of her, so he had to put her in a home. So he put my mom in a home. I think she probably stayed in there a few days, and she died.
I'm sorry.
She didn't live either.
Do you think sort of the stress and the sadness that was happening to you affected her adversely in health in some way?
My mom used to be a heavy smoker, like I said, my mom used to be a gambler. She used to be a roller, So she used to kind of be a street person. She shot dice, she did everything. And like I said, one day it just, after me being in prison, man, she changed her life. And she became an evangelist. Like she did a whole 360, man. She started preaching the word of God, and she believed in me. She believed in me. She said, just hold on. This one of them, I can't hear him now. You know, being with him for a while, I run into this young lady right here who's now my wife, Cynthia.
What do you guys do?
Send him a friend request.
She sent me a friend request on Facebook, and I didn't accept it because I didn't know who she was. So I just sent a straight message back to her. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. You tell me who you is. So I had to ask my uncle or something like that, and he told me, you know, but I couldn't. She ended up coming to see me. I asked her to come see me, and she came to see me. She was in here. I was staying out in Northwest in the apartment out there with me and my brother. She came out there to see me.
You had known her before?
I didn't even know.
Okay.
We went to school together. She was some grades behind me. I didn't know. I know her sister.
Okay.
And but I still couldn't know her, man. But it was just something about her. She was a good old country girl, man. That had a heart. She wasn't trying to ask me for nothing. She always tried to help me, man. We started going out and she became my girlfriend. Yeah.
So had you followed? I assume you followed the case a little bit while Sherwood was locked up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get married, right? And then so how what? Yes, you're married.
I moved in with her. We've been together for when I had to go through a divorce. I was already married. So, you know, she wanted to keep on just living together. You know, we was playing the role of husband and wife. I was, you know, giving orders. I was paying this and helping with that, and you know, so she didn't want to keep on living like that. She wanted to be right among God. So I went up and got my divorce. Had a good lawyer here in Memphis off the park. She did a pro bono for me. And I got my divorce. It took a minute, but I got my divorce. We just got married.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I guess did you ever imagine, like you probably thought one day that you're going to actually give her this crime that you didn't do, and here you are, and you're married, and you know.
You know, I'm blessed. I've been blessed a whole lot since I've been home.
A lot of people wouldn't say that. Yeah. That's okay.
I've been through a lot. Just trying to be back in the world, going down with my dad. You know, where my dad lived is where the people murdered him. And they still stay on the road. We don't live on the same road. They still on Barton Road. Off of Southern Road. We still on Barton Road. And I run into the lady's sons. I see, they see me. There ain't no words. You know, I don't run into her daughter-in-law or her grandkids and everything. You know.
They speak to you?
No, but you can feel the presence. You know, you can feel the body language. You know.
Then they understand what happened.
They know, but you know, I guess some people don't want to let go. I at one time I didn't have no peace in my life because I wanted to see the guy that They lied on me. I wanted to see him. I grew up with him, man. I put the word out, hey, man, I want to see him. I want to see him. I done seen his brother. I done told his uncle. I done told his cousin. First cousins, and some of his cousins stay beside me. So I don't want to do nothing to him. I just want to see him. I want to ask him why. What I do to you? This, whatever they had on you, you could have did what you did and did your time. But you took my life from me. Took everything from me.
And he was offered time off his sentence.
Time off his sentence, yeah.
You grew up together, you said?
Yeah, we grew up together. We hung out there somewhat together. He did his thing, I did my own thing, but we hung out. We used to chase girls. And my ride he had, I used to ride his car, he used to ride my car. We kind of hung in the same clique, but he did other things, he was a thief. That's all he got on his brother, a thief, running from the police, getting caught with stolen stuff. He seems never to do the time.
And that part of the transcript I couldn't see. His testimony I was able to read. His lie was that you told him you confessed to the crimes. That y'all weren't ever in jail together at the same time.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Well, never in jail at the same time. He said I told him that. I told him that in the car, and I ain't never told him that. That was a thing, at the time I was married. No, my wife was there too. Yeah. I ain't never told you shit like that. I didn't want to go to jail for something that I did. They said I ran. I didn't. They said they were going to kill me. Kind of fear for my life. I felt like I had to stay around there and come into Memphis.
You mean what you were released?
No, when I first went to prison,
Okay.
the further charge.
I thought I read that because I thought your police report said that you waited at work for them all day.
I waited for them at work all day.
Because you thought you cleared up, I'm sure, pretty easily.
Me and my supervisor was there.
Yeah.
And he told me, so, I got to close down. They stayed there because they were going to wait till the police to make sure everything went right. And so they didn't never come, they never showed up. So I didn't have no way home, so they couldn't leave me there. They couldn't lock, security and stuff, so they had to lock down. So he took me home. My supervisor brought me all the way to every Crescent, Sherwood Drive, every Crescent. Yes, I was there. They got a ride and going home to my wife. My wife was staying with my mom in Westwood. Yeah. And I stayed there. This one, she told me everything. Police didn't know where I was. The only person know where I was. She. The only person know where I was. I left there that morning. Stayed in a motel. And something told me to leave and I left. He was gonna kill me, man. I was scared, what to do. Got locked up. And they did tell me I was with my godmother. I was ready to die that night when they got me because I didn't do anything.
Did you ever think, Sherwood, I'm innocent and this will be proven, or you had an instinct? It sounds like that they were railroad you. It seems.
I done had a lot of problems in DeSoto County.
All right.
Yeah, I had a lot of sheriff didn't want me down there. So, he had told me that he was gonna get rid of me. Said they ever get me back in there, so they were gonna get me, man. I actually thought that I was gonna walk around with the trial, man. I thought I was gonna really get out.
I think we all like to think that you know in the end, if you're innocent, it doesn't always work out that way.
If you sitting there, man, in prison for over 20-something years, and you got parts and bits and pieces of your transcript, and you constantly read it over and over and over again. One of the things that you read in this, what Chick said, you know what I'm saying? Just read his D part. D is the main point. You know what I'm saying? If you said that he done it, then that's what he said. You know, if you say he done it, I'm reading this over and over again. You know, who was the sheriff in the back of the police car, that was in my transcript. If you said he done it, then he done it. He never said I done it. He never did when he got him in the court when we were going to trial. I knew I was going to walk. I just knew I was going to walk.
Did it feel unreal when you heard the verdicts that they had come back at the end of it seemed surreal or like it wasn't happening? That's how I would imagine it would be, almost like a dream.
I don't even know. I remember when they you know, you looking at the jury, they said on this side. And I remember then I was big. I was a big old dude. And I used to get in a lot of fights in the gym. All my past history was domestic, you know, like with family members, I guess that's what you would call it. And you go to jail for the small stuff. And he was always called all the time, Sheriff. They were going to get rid of me, man. Every time someone goes, my name was in it. I'm into a little family member, so they knew that I was something serious to handle, so when they took me to trial, they had them lock leg shackles on. Yeah.
Read all of your lawyer's requests to get them removed before trial, and the judge said no.
No. The only thing they took out was the one arm. The one that I like with. I had to go up to the jurors and let them see the scar on my arm. I was watching everyone that picked on my arm and look at it and stuff and rub on it and look at it. Supposedly bite marks.
The dentist said looked like,
Yeah.
The jurors touched your arm?
Yeah. I do that, they got them touching my arm and stuff, and I walk back to the trial, and I'm watching every jury up there. I'm watching every one of them. I had a white lady that was in the front, I'll never forget her. And, because of her, I felt a good vibe when she grabbed my arm. Back then, they didn't do no testing on semen and blood. You didn't have the money to. It was like for my mama didn't have no money. We had some land, but I wouldn't dare let my mom put our house up. And they couldn't, say that I'm gonna walk free. That's why I wasn't going to let my mom spend no money, so I had to use a public defender's too.
People that they did the active job they could have just were not right to some extent.
I don't know. Me myself, I don't think neither one of them had the qualifications to have a death case. And then plus the lawyer that I had just had So they sent him back, so they found him guilty and sent him back to death row, charged with not trial, sorry. I remember all of that. I remember when they sentenced me to death, man. My wife, my ex-wife at the time was Angela. And, she got ready to scream and started crying. I turned around and looked at her and did my fist right there. That means it was square my fist. That means don't do that because I didn't want to break. I wanted to hold everything in. I didn't want to show no emotion. You know what I'm saying? But I was with a ball up in there. Wanted to come out, but I wouldn't show that I was weak. That's the mentality that I had. I didn't want. Well, what am I show that I'm weak for? I'm hurting because I'm losing my life and I didn't do nothing. Yeah, damn thing I could do about it. I said I didn't do it. I told you I was there. Every year of my life, being on this road, it seems long. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You get to 5 years, still seems long. You get about 8 years, you kind of start settling in. You get about 10 years. But you ain't there yet.
Can't hope at all.
I always had hope. I always had hope. I wanted to kill myself at one time. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I was too weak to do it. I wanted to do it. But I ain't gonna hang myself. That's a hell of a lot of work. I was about it. I wanted to. I even had it in my mind at one time. I wanted to escape.
I think everybody can think about that. That's only natural for sure.
But you know when the thing that kept me from doing it, if you're innocent and you escape, all your appeals go away. Yeah. They're gonna kill you. I helped on. I helped on a lot of years, man, listening to trains coming down the walkway. It sounds like they're getting closer and closer to your cell. She did stop by 3 cells from you, get somebody else, man. You going back on 4. Shit, I thought it was gonna be me.
You always leave your date that's far away from. You have automatic appeal too.
Yeah, being that they had a law, a bill passed back then. I think you being accused of a crime before 1994. Yeah, so our appeal was long. You know, if you get all the way, you might get all the way to the United Supreme Court, and they'll turn back down, and you send it all the way back down, and you'll start all the way back over. So there was a lot of appeal, but anybody else behind that law, you know, you end up in good action pretty fast. Within about 52 years.
Did you know anyone in your time on that executed while you were there? Sure.
Rodney Gray,
Okay.
William Mitchell, Tracy Henson, I seen about 6 executions.
Do you think of them as your friends?
One guy named William Mitchell. He got been on death row. 32 years. Uh, the oldest is Richard Jordan. I think he's in line to be executed now. I think Robert Sanders, I think he's in line to get executed. I think they got about 8 of them in line to get executed.
I know a lot of media around the time that you were, I think, convicted black man, right? He's already.
It's already, yeah.
And I just wonder, do you think there are any of those other guys might be in your shoes or anyone? I mean, there's probably more.
I think a lot of guys that's on death row shouldn't be on death row. I can't say they done the crime, but the crime shouldn't hold death.
And clearly, your example that we don't convictions don't mean you committed a crime, right? I mean,
It don't. If you did do it, you shouldn't lose your life. I think you should get a chance to at least try to get your life back. There's some guys on death row that never been in trouble. First time being accused of something, it's murder. It's capital, it's brutal. And they come to death row. I think the youngest white boy, I'm trying to think of his name, Stephen McGill. He was the youngest white boy on death row. He's the youngest white boy on death row. Yeah, he got off death row because of the juvenile issue. Yeah. And he's still out there in population somewhere. I don't know if he would get all the way out. I think if he had, I would have heard. Back to my life being out here.
being out there in the
Out here in the free world, here in Memphis, man. Like I said, she did everything to me. She was started me on a whole different journey in my life. Turning my life over to Christ. Joining my brother-in-law church. Being a part of Church of Christ. Here on Ross Road in Memphis. That congregation has greeted me with love and compassion. Along with her sister, her father. I thought it was going to be hard to get in with her family, man, because her sister knew of the stuff that happened back then. Cynthia knew somewhat. Since I've been in her life, I done told her everything.
Our families accepted you, it sounds like.
Oh man, they accepted me with open arms.
Your brother.
Yeah. They accepted her. She accepted me in her life and to bring my brother along with me on this caregiving. So I take care of it. Even though my dad is still living, he couldn't do it, so I took on that responsibility to do what my mom asked of me. He's 55, I'm 56. He finna turn 57 on the 20th of this month. And I turned 57 in January. 11 months apart.
Huh. See, that's when you grew up pretty close to it.
Yeah. we weren't close when we were born growing up, but we stayed too. He was a mama boy. I was more outdoor and being out and everything. So he stuck around the house. He was a mama boy. He took it pretty hard when my mom died.
there's a purpose in all this. And having so much of your life to take over you. Here you have this label. Just wanted to be part of those. Chris, I think it's something good out of this. You know, I don't know.
You know, I stayed mad, man, for really since I've been home. I stayed mad with this guy.
So that seems like your anger is directed towards your friend. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't want to let go, man, until I see him. While I was in prison, man, I worked out every day to try to keep myself in shape because I wanted to be in shape to beat his ass. I wanted to hurt him, man. He took everything from me, man. He took everything from me. I wanted to hurt him.
More so than the cop did a bad job and the DA to prosecute a false case. I mean,
but you know, it all led down to him, even though they falsified a lot of shit. But they just needed one person. You want that person to tell us that. She changed that thought to me, my wife.
what to?
This little kid, you got to let it go. You got to let it go. I got to let God deal with it, man. It was taking me from my family. The anger that I feel when I talk about it, it makes me angry. I think about it now, but I can't let it control me anymore.
I don't sense any anger in you right now. You seem very peaceful.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, it's the joy that, like I said, man, she the one that changed. She made me. She dressed me. She made me. I still got some of my little flaws, but and I'm dealing with it. With my God and her and my family. I'm working on myself.
I think it's remarkable that a lot of people would be as positive as this. See you come full circle on that. Which I can imagine. I really can't. It's remarkable.
You know, I want one thing. And I said that I'm gonna get it. Yeah, man. When I was young, coming up, I worked my jobs. And my mom bought every car that I had. My mom gave me. Or she went and got it from me. I had to pay the note. Hell, I didn't pay the note, so she acted that bought the car. You know what I'm saying? Because she was paying the note. I just drove the car, but it was my car. I got a car out there that was given to me. And that's the first thing I had on. And
What is it?
this is a Grand Marquis of 2006. A friend that's got all this rolling named Robert. We used to call it Father Bob back in the day. He was a priest at Sacred League down on 61 down Ball, Mississippi. Because of him is the reason why I'm free. I wrote him while in prison going back. I wrote him while I was in prison. They passed out Sacred Heart League Christmas cards that you sent home every Christmas. They come, they pass out a little pack of them. And I got one. And I remembered him and I wrote it. At first he was a little skeptical of writing it back. But he said he kind of contemplated about it and back and forth, and he remembered, the story of the murders and stuff, and he wrote it. He started writing back and forth, and long story short, he got to know actually, he went on a trip to New York, and he seen a newspaper. It had this lady named Eleanor Jackson Hill. She was somebody like a civil rights lawyer back in the 60s and early 60s. They were fighting for black people in Mississippi.
But I go back a little bit with Peanut. Seen
And he got a chance to see her while he was on the conference up there. And he told her my story. And she asked for my transcript. She asked what he did. He flew all the way back to New York, back to Mississippi. Got it, and brought it all the way back to New York. And gave it to me. And she fought for me. She fought for me until she started forgetting. She started losing her memories because I think she was in her 80s. Started forgetting stuff, so she put my other two lawyers on there that worked for her. John Lane and Garland. And my case turned out. They got the innocent project from Ole Miss to work on it. And they got a whole clique of lawyers, man. I had a dream team that saved my life, along with students. Students researched my case from Ole Miss.
What do you think made them believe in your innocence so much? Was it just the fact that it was outdated DNA, or do you think it was just you?
It was me. It was me. They believed in me. Miss Eleanor, she believed in me. In the stories and stuff that nothing wasn't fitting together what the police and detectives were saying, and then him. I think she got a chance. No, she never did get a chance to talk to Chick either. She never did get a chance. He wouldn't talk to her. Yep, they shut it down. She didn't get a chance to talk to her. But she believed in me. She told me she was going to get me out, man. She said she was going to get me out. And she did. Along with a dream team. You know, I almost lost my life while I was in prison. The Supreme Court or somebody misquoted something in my motion. And, they said that I said that I killed the people. You know,
This part I didn't know.
yeah, that was in the paperwork. I ended up and got a letter from the court. And I kept telling everybody that I'm finna go home. Maybe it says in my paperwork. So a dude that I let read my paperwork, his name is Joseph, who I call Peanut, my friend that I talked to. And I sent my paperwork to him and he read it. And he said, man, I know what you would have told me. He said, but I need to holler at you face to face. I was so anxious, so we got one of the guards to let him out of his cell to walk over to my cell. He said, man, I know what you told me. You didn't kill these people, but you said this paper said you going home. This paper don't say you going home. It said that you said that you killed these people. I said, no, it don't say that, man. He said, read this right here. And I remember reading it. And I said, it said I'm going home. He said, no. He said, you need to stop. Read so much and stop at this period. And I read that, man. He said that I admitted I killed these folks, but I ain't never said that in my whole entire life. I got on the phone, called my attorney, and told him, Judge. And I told him, I said, man, this paperwork. So he said, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, man, I'm telling you he said, what page? I gave him the page number. He pulled it up on his computer. He said, oh, shit. Oh, it sure said that.
About what year was that? I can look and check actually.
I want I won't say exactly,
Okay.
but this happened. It was in the paperwork. And man, they ended up and filed something, got it back in the court, and they scraped it out. And so I owe my life also to Joseph.
Huh.
I've been trying to fight for him. He saved my life, man. Because my lawyer, missed this.
Right.
You know, but the court sent this shit to me, man. I was finna lose my life. And my lawyer didn't even know. I caught it. You know what? Joseph caught it. And that's how I thought. Yeah, so,
Joseph is also goes back. He's still incarcerated.
he's still on death row.
He's on that right.
Yeah,
Right.
And so, I owe him, everything. I try to help send him money back to have a phone call, put money on his phone, when I can, send him money to buy food, stuff, we get a chance to talk, someone he hadn't called right now, he fighting for his life right now, so he hadn't called me in a couple of weeks. I'm trying to help him, man. But like I said, what I'm going through right here, it isn't easy. I'm tore up from the floor up. Both my hips been replaced, my back. I used to try to work for myself, to wash cars, but man, the arthritis and stuff going through the whole body kind of messing me up. Also, man, just got a lot of pressure on me as far as it's a lot to do to try to take care of mental person.
Yeah. It's a lot financial and emotional and physical
Yeah.
strain. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. And then my wife, you tell me, say, I'm not stable either. I try not to think about money, but I try to always keep going because I want to. I want to have something nice, man. I want to be in a home, man. That's why I'm trying to share my story, man, to let people. A lot of people talk about Parchman as they one of the worst prisoners. Who made it like that? The inmates made it like that, man. You get stuff fixed. It's fucked up down there, man. You get stuff fixed and then you tear it up. Death row was the best camp to work at. That's why a lot of guys usually like to work on death row. A lot of guys.
Wow.
Yeah, because we were cool. We supposed to been the killers, but we were cool. My wife, since I've been home, we done ran into a couple of guards that work there. That's from Clarksville, did it, baby?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, it was so amazing for them to see me, man. It made them.
I'm sure. Yeah.
You know that.
But they know you were. But they know you were about the
Yeah,
story.
it's some talk bad about me, man.
Huh.
It's just like you said, you gonna reap what you sow. And they used to say some shit, man, that was bad, man.
Thinking you were never gonna. They would never make you the real one.
You ain't never going home. Right now, a guard who was my lieutenant over my building, he owed me a half a gallon of whiskey right now because he made a bet with me that I would never get out of prison. I ain't went and got it yet.
Like they're knowing that you wanted to have to get in the first place.
Yeah, man.
I want to ask you though, while we have our time, what do you what do you need? What do you know, what would help, and what would you want people to know, and what's next?
Let me say this here. I'm disabled. So, I'm financially living off the state. Country.
A lot of people has lots there.
Yeah. A lot of people ask me,